The husband of Mary Sue was a man named Frank, a man beset by several afflictions in life, not the least of which was the fact that he could not speak. What the doctor no doubt took for shock was in fact nothing more than what Mary Sue had always referred to as Frank's lack of vocal tendencies. In fact, Frank had not spoken a word since the day, 7 years before, when he had screamed in abject horror. Mary Sue sprang forth, out of time and circumstance, her parentage unknown. Awesome from a young age, she earned degrees in medicine, microbiology and art history, as well as a PhD in psychology, all before the age of 21 and while volunteering at the local animal shelter. But it was her work supporting the Basque underground movement with food drops that first brought Mary Sue to the attention of the government. She fought in the revolution, acting as agent provocateur and employing the ancient skills of the shinobi. And later went on to claim Olympic gold against her nemesis, Italian fencing legend Maria Bertolucci. In recent times, she had led the National Association of Mimes in their industrial action against the Department for Entertainment and Artistic Control. It was perhaps here that she developed her affinity for silent men. Which brings us back to Frank. After operating under an assumed identity for 6 months in pursuit of the Chaplinarian Liberation Front, it was an unfortunate confluence of bad timing and bad traffic, which led to Mary Sue arriving but a moment after the fact. If it had been anyone other than Mary Sue on that fateful day, then it would indeed have been too late. But as things stood, Frank was soon reacquainted with himself, with one obvious exception. His voice box gone, Frank was destined to watch in envy as the rest of the world spoke on. Like many who have shared in an intense experience, the event in question only served to bring Frank and Mary Sue closer together. A brief courtship led to the predictable, and then to the inevitable.
Muzzle
A family soon followed.
Turn it on, just once, to see what happens.
The children were a constant joy to Frank. Mary Sue continued to be incredible at everything she did. Seen here, she accepts the Nobel Prize for developing a throat cancer vaccine using recycled silicon from outdated cellular phone technology. But something had changed. Frank began to note in his wife an increased and uncharacteristic melancholy.
I have to go.
¿Sei sicuro?
Yes. My dearest Frank, I am dying. I have a tumour in my left hemisphere. The doctors have given me 3 months. I have determined, however, not to give the deplorable thing the satisfaction. I have made my own arrangements. My vast fortune I leave to you and the children, along with one last gift. I truly hope it brings you pleasure. Remember, I loved you like the sun in the sky. Love, Mary Sue. P.S. If you see Maria, be sure to thank her for me.
You bitch.